Hello, and thank you for watching our video. Today we're going to take a look at creating Dags in Exchange 2013. My name is Brian Janizek, and I'm a Microsoft MCSE as well as a Microsoft Certified Trainer. My email address is mcse032012@gmail.com. So let's take a look at today's demonstration. In our demonstration, first to get started, I'm going to access my domain controller, and then from my domain controller, I've already started up my Active Directory users and computers. Because the first thing we're going to need to do is to add the computer account for our DAG. In this demonstration, we're going to select from the computers container. I'm going to right click and choose the new radio button, and then select my computer. For my computer name, we're going to call this DAG1. Select the OK radio button, and now I need to go into that computer account, so I'm going to right click and go to Properties. For my properties, I'm going to select Security and choose the Add Radio button. Here I'm going to type in my Exchange Trusted Subsystem, and I'm also going to type in the name of my mailbox database. Before I could do that, I have to select my computer objects and then click on the computer's name, choose OK, and now I could choose the select names and make sure my Exchange Trusted Subsystem as well as my LUN MBX1, which is actually wrong, that should be LUN-MBX1 $, and now choose OK. I also need to grant full control for my LUN MBX1 as well as the Exchange Trusted Subsystem. Full control, and then now I'm ready to choose the OK radio button. Next step, and this is very critical, this is absolutely critical, I have to right click and choose on my DAG here to disable the account. A lot of folks ask me, well, Brian, why do you have to disable the object that is your DAG name? How's it going to be used? Well, in Exchange 2013, this is something that's brand new. We have to actually go in and choose to disable the account. That is so nobody accidentally creates a machine account in Active Directory by the same name as your DAG. Imagine the damage that could do. Because as you know, in Active Directory, well, you don't require elevated rights to add a computer account to the Active Directory domain. Any user that has basic user rights in Active Directory can add up to 10 machines. So next, we're going to go out to our Exchange Administration Center. I'm accessing my EAC from my CAS server, which is also going to be my witness server. So from my Exchange Administration Center navigation pane, I'm going to select my servers. And then I'm going to select my database availability groups. And then take note here, I currently do not have any DAGs that are created in my environment. So we're going to change that. Go to the New Radio button, select New. And the first thing I need to do is to give this a name, so I'm going to call this DAG1. And then for my witness server, I'm going to plug in an IP address of 172.16.0.33. And then my witness directory, well, I'm going to home this in on the root of the C drive. And again, that's going to be my CAS server. I'll call this my file share witness directory. Good enough. And then I also need to put in an IP address. And up here I made a mistake. My witness server, I'm actually going to give this a name. This has to be set to LUN-CAS, my CAS server, because that's the file witness directory server I'm going to be using. And next I'm going to put in the IP address that my DAG is going to use, and that's going to be 172.16.0.33. Also, this is very important because if I choose to come down here and just do save, this is going to save the configuration, but I'm not going to have an IP address for my DAG that's going to be entered in here. This is a common mistake I always make. Sometimes I just get a little antsy and hit the save button without coming in and adding it. And now we brought that 172.16.0.33 down to the bottom bar, and now I'm ready to choose save. In my list view, we see our DAG1 has been created, and then there's my witness server. So next thing we need to do in our example is highlight this and then go up to my Manage DAG Membership, hit that little icon, and now in our Manage our Database Availability Group membership, I have to choose to add or remove my servers. In this example, I'm going to click both my LUN MBX1 and as well as my LUN MBX2 because they're both going to participate in my DAG. Choose the OK Radio button, and now we're ready to choose Save. What's nice about this feature is the task is also going to install the Windows failover clustering component on both my mailbox servers, that is LUN MBX1 as well as LUN MBX2. So I have not gone into any of these servers and installed the failover clustering. And one of my favorite features about Windows Server 2012 is that all editions of Windows Server 2012 include failover clustering. Unlike Server 2008, which was only available in the advanced editions. In the standard edition of Server 2008, did not have clustering. So this takes a moment here to create. And we're back here. Task is installing the failover clustering feature component on our LUN MBX2, our second mailbox database server. It's going to participate in our DAG. The failover clustering feature has been installed on our LUN MBX1, and now we're just about completing this operation. Also want to point out that if, let's say for example, we decide, well, wait a minute, I wanted to stop this, I need to stop this, I made a mistake somewhere along the line or copying the wrong information to the server. You can hit the stop radio button, but be aware of that it's not going to undo any changes that are already applied. So probably the best thing to do is to let this complete in the event that we have to go back and do some configuration changes. And this option here, this doesn't take too terribly long. Really depending on the size of your database is going to determine how long this failover clustering and the database copy operation will complete. Once this is completed here, we see adding the server, LUN MBX to the cluster. Once this is completed, we'll go back and then we'll choose to add the database copy. So we'll give this a moment. Using the file witness share, we see that went by very fast, and now save has completed saving. That's completed successfully. We've completed the operation successfully. We'll choose the close, and that brings us back out to our database availability group console. And then from this point here, we can choose is to come up to our manage our DAG membership, select that radio button, and then here we're going to select to add or remove our servers. I just want to double check that my LUN MBX1 and 2, they are there. Hit my refresh button, and now we're ready to move forward on our toolbar. Now we're ready to select our databases. So from our database availability group, we created that, and now I'm going to come over to my database. For my database, we're going to select this little more options represented by 3 little dots here. In some cases, an example, I've seen this a couple times where folks go in and they select the more, and they don't have that add database copy there. That's common in Microsoft Exchange. What's nice about 2013, one of my favorite features about 2013 is it's all web-based. So you don't have that heavy-duty GUI interface that you had in Exchange 2010 and backwards to 2007, 2003, and so forth. Because one of the things that I've seen major challenges is that the console doesn't always update itself. We sometimes see that in 2013, but it's not as often as we used to. So in the event I go to create or want to do my add database copy and I do not have that option there, well, sometimes we have some update issues, and by selecting a different node and then coming back to our servers node, that usually resolves the issue. Or you can hit the F5 key to refresh. So let's go ahead and select the More, and next I'm going to add my database copy. My database copy, we see our active database is going to be mailbox database 1. I'm going to specify here my mailbox server, and then once I hit the browse button, this is going to resolve to my second Microsoft Exchange database server, and that's going to be my passive. So here I've selected the copy, and now I'm ready to choose the Save Radio button. Again, here you want to be very careful. Stopping this to cancel the operation is not necessarily going to undo any changes that have already been applied. So I probably want to make this, just let this ride through in the event we have to go through and make changes to some configurations. In this example, this depends on the size of your database. I have relatively small databases compared to, let's say, a large organization or an organization with thousands or even hundreds of users. So this should go relatively quickly for me, but in your case and example, that is for the Exchange administrator, well, it all depends on the size of your database, and if there's any corruption or any issues, that could also be a pending problem as well. And now our operation has completed successfully. We've completed the operation, and now I'm ready to choose the OK Radio button. Also want to point out, once I hit the OK Radio button, this brings me back out to my database tab, and now we can see servers with copies. If I hover my mouse over that perfectly, we see that one MBX1 and MBX2 with respect to mailbox database 1 is now participating in my DAG. At the bottom over here, selected my DAG. We also see our current index, failed and suspend, and failed with respect to MBX1 and MBX2. That's okay. This is what's happening here is that we're in a process of seeding, what's called seeding the database. So this is going to take a little bit longer to complete. And what will happen is, as this completes, you're going to see that failed and suspend and failed suspend that are going to change over to healthy. Well, that concludes our demonstration for running our mailbox database copies command. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please be on the lookout for some additional videos I'll be posting in managing Microsoft Exchange 2013. Have a nice day, and good luck.